There comes a pivotal moment when the quiet whisper of true ambition rises above the clamor of external validation. It's all too easy, isn't it, to get caught in the endless loop of watching others, their effortless wins, their seemingly perfect lives, the rapid pace of their progress, and to feel that familiar ache of not enough, wondering why you haven't arrived at some imagined finish line. But understand this deeply. Every precious second you spend gazing outward, comparing your unfolding story to someone else's highlight reel, is a second you are not investing in the masterpiece that is uniquely yours to build. That outward gaze, it breeds distraction. The inward focus, it forges direction. When you finally cease chasing a timeline crafted by others and begin to show up fully for the sacred rhythm of your own path, everything shifts. Success isn't a byproduct of comparison. It is born from fierce clarity, unwavering discipline, and the gritty, essential work that genuinely propels you forward. In the moments that follow, we will explore the profound internal shifts that mark the divide between those who remain tethered to the achievements of others and those who become absolute masters of their own focus. You will uncover the pathway to dissolving comparison, silencing the relentless noise of external judgment, and cultivating a mind so centered on your unique journey that it remains unshaken even amidst the loudest storms of distraction. Picture yourself for a moment standing at the absolute heart of your own universe. Everything that unfolds around you, every aspiration you hold dear, every vivid vision you carry within, it all radiates from you. This isn't just a hopeful metaphor. It is perhaps the most potent truth you will ever grasp. Your life will align itself precisely with what you command it to be, but the command must first issue from the inner sanctum of your own mind. I have spent years delving into the minds of history's most impactful figures, the titans of industry, the revolutionary inventors, the leaders who shaped nations, the philosophers whose ideas echo through time. Each one, without exception, launched their extraordinary voyage toward greatness not with inherited wealth or powerful connections, but with an incandescently clear purpose and an unshakable, profound conviction in their own boundless potential. They made a conscious, potent decision to seize the reins of their own destiny. Consider Andrew Carnegie, who began life in the stark poverty of a Scottish one-room cottage. When he stepped onto American soil, he possessed neither fortune nor family ties nor formal schooling. What burned within him was an unyielding vision, a desire so fierce that no circumstance could extinguish its flame. Carnegie understood what remains a mystery to so many. The most formidable limitations we face are not those imposed by the world outside, but those we willingly internalize within our own thought. He did not squander his vital energy measuring himself against others. He did not envy the vast fortunes accumulated before him, nor did he cower in the presence of those who seemed more privileged, more educated, or more blessed by circumstance. Instead, he turned inward. He studied the landscape of his own mind. He mastered his thought, and he directed every ounce of his formidable mental and physical energy toward the vision he had chosen. He planted his feet firmly at the epicenter of his universe, and with focused will bent the world to meet his purpose. This is the profound lesson I implore you to embrace with every fiber of your being. Stop looking sideways. Your neighbor's accomplishments are utterly irrelevant to the vastness of your own potential. Your colleagues' promotions, your friends' successes, the accolades showered upon others, these are not your compass. You were not placed on this earth to replicate someone else's dream. You are here to awaken and live the one that resides uniquely within you. Every single time you fall into the trap of comparing your progress to another's, you are actively surrendering a piece of your inherent power. You are relocating the vital center of your universe to a place outside yourself. And the moment your focus drifts from your inner world, your thoughts become fragmented, your actions become purely reactive, and your results become frustratingly inconsistent. Do you see the silent danger in this? You must, with fierce determination, reclaim the throne of your own mind. You must believe, with an absolute and unyielding conviction, that your ideas, your values, and your ambitions matter. They matter more than fleeting opinions. They matter more than your current circumstances or results. They matter more than any fear or doubt you carry. When you begin to operate from this powerful, centered space, life ceases to be something that happens to you. It becomes something that unfolds for you. Your thoughts gain crystalline clarity. Your vision sharpens with breathtaking precision. Your actions align seamlessly with your deepest purpose, and the universe itself, in its strange and wondrous ways, begins to conspire in your favor. All monumental change begins not in the external world, but within. Every enduring success is first conjured in the invisible realm of thought. Before the towering skyscraper pierces the sky, its intricate blueprint is meticulously drafted in the mind. Before the vast fortune is amassed, the seed of its possibility is formed as a clear vision. Before any individual becomes a force to be reckoned with, they first cultivate unwavering discipline in their own thinking. So I ask you now, with urgency and reverence, what is the powerful vision you hold within your own soul? What incandescent idea burns so brightly in your heart that you simply cannot let it fade? Do not waste a single moment questioning its possibility. Instead, ask fiercely, is it truly mine? Because if it is, then you must cease waiting for external validation. You must stop searching for permission or signs. You must silence the comparison, banish the hesitation, and crush the corrosive doubt. Seize the reins of your inner world with both hands. Declare yourself unequivocally the master of your fate. You are not here to imitate. You are here to create. Remember this truth, etched into the very fabric of human history. The greatest souls did not ascend to prominence by following the footsteps of others, but by courageously following the singular voice residing within themselves. You possess that voice. It has never abandoned you. It is waiting patiently for you to finally listen. Stand tall, look inward, and begin today to build the extraordinary life that only you were born to create. You are the undeniable center of your own universe. Never ever forget that. The importance of self-belief echoes through the annals of time, a fundamental truth whispered by every legend. Throughout history, those rare souls who soared to the highest peaks, leaving indelible marks upon the world, all shared one extraordinary trait, an unwavering, profound belief in themselves. This belief was not rooted in arrogance or ego. It was an inner conviction, a quiet certainty that their unique vision was inherently worthy of relentless pursuit, regardless of the immense cost, the fierce resistance, or the inevitable moments of failure. Consider Thomas Edison, a man who faced the crushing weight of failure over 10,000 times before the electric light bulb finally glowed to life. Most would have surrendered long before. Most would have declared enough. They would have pointed to their exhausted efforts, their endless toil, their years of struggle, and sadly concluded that success was simply not meant for them. But Mr. Edison possessed something essential that all great achievers must cultivate, an unshakable belief in the inherent worthiness of his own ideas. He did not measure his worth by those who quit around him. He did not ask, "Why is this taking me so long?" when others seem to find success more easily. He grasped the truth that few ever fully comprehend. Failure is not a final verdict. It is invaluable feedback. Every single failed attempt was not a step backward, but a step closer to mastery, a vital piece of the puzzle, a crucial refinement of the dream. This is the indomitable spirit you must carry forward within you. You too hold within you a powerful seed of greatness. It lies there, quietly waiting for you to believe in its potential, waiting for you to fuel it with courageous action, waiting for you to nurture it with unwavering persistence, disciplined effort, and bold courage. But above all else, it waits for your belief. Belief is not a luxury reserved for a chosen few. It is the bedrock upon which all meaningful progress is built. Without it, your most brilliant ideas remain mere wishes. Without it, your ambitious goals remain wistful fantasy. Without it, your greatest talents lie dormant, and your brightest dreams fade into the quiet sorrow of regret. Understand this deeply. Moments of doubt and fear are not shameful signs of weakness. They are an intrinsic part of the journey itself. Every single man or woman who has ever accomplished anything of true substance has had to walk through the challenging valley of uncertainty, but they kept moving. They absolutely refused to hand over the driver's seat to fear. They would not surrender control to the insidious voice of self-doubt. Instead, they fortified their belief, building it like an unbreachable fortress. They repeated their vision internally until it solidified into an undeniable truth. They stood by their dream fiercely, even when no one else did. So I ask you now, with all sincerity, What do you truly believe about yourself at your core? Do you believe you are capable of achieving more than you ever have? Do you believe that your unique dreams are valid and worthy? That your diligent efforts are profoundly meaningful? That your distinctive ideas are worth pursuing with every fiber of your being? If the answer is yes, then you must begin today to act accordingly. Speak as one who possesses that deep belief. Walk with the confident stride of one who believes. Plan, think, move, and build as one who knows, with absolute certainty, that success is already yours for the claiming if only you refuse to let go. You must not wait for the world to offer you validation. That is a futile pursuit. True validation begins within you. The very moment you make the courageous decision to believe in your own inherent power, your unique path, and your vast possibility, you begin to exert a magnetic force that pulls success toward you. The right people, the opportune moments, the brilliant ideas, the necessary resources, they begin to appear not by random chance, but as a direct result of your internal cause. This is the profound secret the great ones understood. Belief is not merely a fleeting feeling, it is a powerful choice. It is a conscious decision made daily, hourly, moment by moment, and the more consistently you choose to believe, the stronger you inevitably become, the more truly unstoppable you prove to be, and the more fully you discover just how limitless your potential genuinely is. Believe in yourself, not someday, not when you feel perfectly ready, but now. For everything you earnestly seek waits just on the other side of that door called belief. Open it, step through it with courage and conviction, and let the world finally witness the undeniable power of a mind that dares to believe. Imagine attempting to navigate a vast open ocean without any compass. The winds would shift unpredictably. The waves would carry you in uncertain directions, and every movement would become a frantic reaction to the relentless circumstances around you. There would be no control, no sense of purpose, only aimless drift. This is precisely how countless individuals live their lives. Adrift without clear goals, perpetually reacting to life's currents instead of powerfully commanding their own trajectory. But the truly great achievers, the architects of empires and the builders of enduring legacies, understood a fundamental principle: define the destination with crystal clarity before the journey even begins. Walt Disney is a name known across every continent, a global symbol of boundless creativity and wonder. Yet few remember the countless times he faced soul-crushing rejection before success finally found him. He was dismissed from a newspaper for allegedly lacking imagination. He endured bankruptcy, betrayal, and the relentless slamming of countless doors. Yet through every trial, Mr. Disney clung to one thing with ferocious devotion, a searingly clear vision. He knew precisely what he wanted to build. He saw it vividly in his mind's eye long before the world was willing to believe it was even possible, and that unwavering clarity became his indispensable compass. This is the essential lesson. Clarity breeds immense power. When you know with precise detail what you are striving for, you summon the full, potent force of your mind toward that singular aim. You begin to filter the world differently. Genuine opportunities are instantly recognized. Trivial distractions are ruthlessly eliminated, and your precious energy flows precisely where your focused attention goes. A vague, hazy dream inevitably yields vague, uninspiring results. But a definite, specific goal committed firmly to paper, reviewed consistently each day, and pursued with unwavering purpose that transforms into a force of nature. It becomes a living, breathing contract between your present self and your envisioned future. So ask yourself, with unflinching honesty, where precisely are you going? This is not a question to be answered casually or lightly. It demands deep introspection. It requires moments of quiet solitude and profound self-inquiry. You must become absolutely clear about what you genuinely desire, not what others expect of you, not what fear dictates is possible, but what you yearn for at the deepest core of your being. Is it true financial independence? Is it unparalleled mastery in your chosen craft? Is it boundless freedom, meaningful contribution, a lasting legacy? Whatever it is, commit it to writing. Do not allow it to remain a fleeting thought. Thoughts are ephemeral. Goals, when written down and cherished, become powerful anchors. They serve as constant, unwavering reminders of who you are striving to become and where you are resolutely headed. Review them daily. Speak them aloud, giving them voice and power. Allow them to burn so brightly within your mind that no external distraction can possibly dim their light. Let every decision you make serve your ultimate goal. If a choice brings you even a single step closer, pursue it with conviction. If it steers you further away, reject it without hesitation. With clarity comes potent focus. With focus comes undeniable momentum, and with momentum, you truly begin to move mountains. Do not fear the sheer size or audacity of your goal. Fear, instead, the profound tragedy of living a life without one. The greatest sorrow is not in aiming for the stars and momentarily falling short. It is in aiming for something small and comfortable and actually hitting it. Truly successful people are not simply lucky. They are fiercely intentional. They move with a palpable sense of purpose. They do not scatter their vital energy in 100 different directions. They move like a powerful river, strong, consistent, and ultimately unstoppable because they possess unwavering direction. You must cultivate this same intentionality within yourself. Define your goals. Make them as specific and measurable as possible. Make them so undeniably clear that even in moments when doubt inevitably whispers, you can return to them, read them, and instantly remember your sacred path. Let them serve as your guiding stars, cutting through the darkest night of uncertainty. Let them bring order to your inner chaos, unwavering discipline to your actions, and absolute certainty to your choices. A life without a clear goal is like a ship without a sail, perpetually vulnerable to every passing gust of wind, every external storm. But a life anchored by a powerful goal, that life becomes the canvas for a creator, a builder, a true conqueror of their own destiny. Clarity is not a passive gift. It is an active discipline. Practice it, strengthen it, live by it, and soon you will look back not with the quiet pain of regret, but with the deep satisfaction of pride, because you knew precisely where you were going and you had the courage and clarity to get there. When the name Abraham Lincoln is spoken, our minds immediately conjure the image of one of history's most revered and enduring leaders. But long before he occupied the highest office in the land, Mr. Lincoln walked a path relentlessly marked by failure, stinging rejection, and profound personal sorrow. He lost multiple elections, endured business failures, and suffered deep, soul-shattering tragedies. By any conventional measure, he should have been utterly broken. He had had conceivable reason to surrender, to quit, and yet he did not. Why? Because Mr. Lincoln grasped a fundamental truth that eludes most. Failure does not define you, persistence does. He simply refused to allow setbacks to dictate the narrative of his life. He saw each defeat not as an impenetrable dead end, but merely as a bend in the long, winding road. He treated each disappointment not as a reason to despair, but as an urgent invitation to grow, to reflect deeply, and to inevitably return stronger. That relentless forward motion, that unyielding spirit in the face of overwhelming odds, is precisely what transformed him from a man battered by life's cruelties into a leader remembered for eternity. This same powerful principle holds true unequivocally for you. The path to genuine greatness is not a straight, easily navigable line. It is not smoothly paved with comfort or ease. It is rugged, often unpredictable, and frequently unforgiving. But hidden within its challenges lies a profound secret. Those very challenges are the fertile proving grounds of your future, stronger self. When obstacles rise before you, as they inevitably and relentlessly will, you face a fundamental choice: retreat in defeat or rise with unwavering resolve. You can allow the storm to crush your will, or you can allow it to carve and refine your character. Those who ultimately achieve greatness are not the ones who somehow manage to avoid hardship. They are the ones who courageously persist through it. Setbacks are not damning signs that you are on the wrong path. They are powerful indicators that you are on a path truly worth traveling. Every struggle endured teaches a vital lesson. Every failure survived sharpens your understanding. Every fall builds a deeper reservoir of resilience. Resilience is not some innate quality you are born with. It is something you deliberately build piece by painful piece. It is forged in the crucible of adversity, in those moments when every instinct within you screams, simply give up. But something deeper, something greater inside whispers, keep going. And when you choose to keep going, when you press forward relentlessly in the face of fear, doubt, and pain, something truly remarkable begins to happen. You grow stronger, not just in your actions, but in the very core of your belief. You begin to realize with growing certainty that you are capable of enduring and achieving far more than you ever imagined. You start to see with new eyes that pain is often temporary, but the progress forged through that pain is permanent. Think of every iconic figure who has left an indelible mark on history. Lincoln, Edison, Mandela, Roosevelt. Each one walked through fire. Each one was told repeatedly that they would fail. Each one stumbled and fell many times. But they persisted. And because they persisted, they became more than just successful individuals. They became enduring symbols of what is truly possible when a human spirit simply refuses to quit. So now, turn inward and ask yourself with searing honesty, what will ultimately define you? Will it be the setbacks you faced? The moments when circumstances didn't align with your hopes? The failures that momentarily shook your confidence? Or will it be your unwavering response to those moments? Will you rise like Mr. Lincoln and declare through the sheer force of your actions that no storm, no matter how fierce, can ultimately destroy the spirit of someone who refuses to be broken? Do not waste your precious energy wishing for an easy life. Wish instead for the profound strength required to endure and build a truly meaningful one, a life of purpose, of impact, of lasting significance. That kind of life demands your deepest resilience. It calls for your most determined persistence, and it rewards your unwavering faith in the unfolding journey. Keep pressing forward, one deliberate step at a time, one challenge at a time. Let the world unleash whatever it may. You are not here to fold under pressure. You are here to build, to learn, to rise, and to ultimately become the person you were always meant to be. And in the end, when you finally look back on the path you've traveled, you will not regret the struggle. You will treasure it, because it was precisely through the struggle that you discovered the extraordinary depth of your own strength. Resilience has the alchemical power to transform ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Let it transform you into the legend you were born to become. The moment you allow yourself to fall into the insidious trap of comparing yourself to others, you are actively handing over your power. You are diminishing the unique value that is inherently yours. You are blurring the distinct vision that only you possess. What was once a clear, illuminated path forward becomes shrouded in the suffocating fog of doubt, the relentless noise of distraction, and the gnawing pain of dissatisfaction. Grasp this essential truth. Your journey is profoundly and distinctly yours. No other soul on this earth has walked your specific path, fought your unique battles, or dreamed the precise dreams that reside within you. Therefore, no one else's progress, pace, or achievements should ever be allowed to define your inherent worth or the validity of your own unfolding story. Ray Kroc, the visionary force behind the explosive global growth of McDonald's, understood this principle with unwavering clarity. When he first encountered a humble hamburger stand run by the McDonald brothers, he did not waste a single moment comparing himself to other established business owners or agonizing over whether he could somehow match their existing success. He wasn't interested in what others were already building. His focus was laser sharp on what he could build. He saw a vast transformative vision where others saw only a simple burger joint, and he pursued that vision with a tunnel-like focus that allowed for no deviation. Kroc built a global empire from that humble stand, not by looking sideways at his competition, but by looking relentlessly forward. His eyes were fixed firmly on his mission, not on the metrics or achievements of those around him, and that singular focus is precisely why he succeeded on such an epic scale. Comparison is a cunning thief. It relentlessly robs you of your precious joy. It clouds your mind with unnecessary noise. It poisons the very possibility of your progress. When you measure yourself against others, you are engaging in a fundamentally rigged game. You are permitted to see only their carefully curated highlights, never the arduous hardships they undoubtedly faced. You see the polished results, never the rough, difficult road they traveled to get there. And in doing so, you tragically forget that your own unique path is unfolding in perfect necessary time for you. When you become obsessed with someone else's timeline, you abandon your own sacred rhythm. You move out of alignment with your authentic self. You begin to chase goals that were never truly yours to begin with, and eventually you find yourself utterly exhausted, profoundly frustrated, and fundamentally lost, not because you failed, but because you stopped being unapologetically you. Your purpose in this life is not to merely match or surpass others. Your deepest purpose is to become the best, the boldest, and the truest version of the extraordinary human being you were born to be. That authentic version of yourself does not reside in the debilitating space of comparison. It thrives in the fertile ground of creation. It grows not by endlessly watching others, but by courageously looking inward and cultivating its own unique strengths. Measure your progress solely against the person you were yesterday. That is the only comparison that holds genuine meaning. Did you grow even a little? Did you learn something new? Did you take even a single step closer to your deepest purpose? If the answer is yes, then you are unequivocally succeeding, even if the world hasn't yet taken notice. Do not allow the corrosive presence of envy to distract you from the essential pursuit of excellence. Do not permit someone else's chapter 20 to make you doubt the vital importance of your own chapter 2. The journey of a meaningful life is long and often arduous, and genuine greatness frequently begins quietly in the shadows, far from the applause of the crowd. But if you continue to build relentlessly, if you continue to refine your skills and your vision, and if you continue to believe fiercely in your own potential, the results will inevitably come in their own perfect timing. Be patient and compassionate with your own progress. Be absolutely ruthless and unwavering with your focus. And most importantly, remain fiercely loyal to the unique unfolding of your own path. True success is not found in winning someone else's race. It is discovered in the profound fulfillment of finishing your own, with integrity, with passion, and with unwavering purpose. So courageously reclaim your power. Bring your scattered focus back to its rightful center within you. Silence the distracting noise of the outside world. Close the suffocating trap of comparison once and for all. Every time you feel the urge to compare your journey to another's, pause, take a deep, centering breath, and remind yourself of this fundamental truth. I am not here to compete. I am here to create. Allow your unique journey to unfold precisely as it was meant to. Let your personal growth be your most trusted guide. And let your vision, the one residing authentically within you, and not the world's fleeting opinions, be the sole definition of your success. Because the ultimate truth is this: when you finally stop comparing your life to others, you finally truly begin to live your own. And in that sacred space, in that newfound freedom from external judgment, your true magnificent greatness will inevitably rise. Life does not ultimately reward rigidity. It generously rewards those who remain perpetually curious, wonderfully flexible, and deeply committed to a path of continuous lifelong growth. The world around us is in a state of constant, dynamic motion, and those who ascend to true greatness are not the ones who stubbornly resist change, but those who embrace it and elegantly evolve with it. Henry Ford, born into humble means, was not handed success on a silver platter. He earned it piece by piece through an insatiable hunger to learn, to relentlessly improve, and to constantly innovate. Mr. Ford was not content to passively accept the world as it was presented to him. He possessed a powerful vision of what could be, and then he dedicated himself to learning everything necessary to bring that vision into tangible reality. His monumental success was not merely the result of one isolated, brilliant idea. It was the direct consequence of his relentless curiosity and an unyielding belief in the power of personal growth. Ford questioned assumptions, tested tirelessly, studied deeply, and constantly adapted his approach. And through that potent mindset, he fundamentally transformed not only his own life, but the world's entire understanding of industry, transportation, and the very nature of progress. This same transformative path is available right now to you. The perilous moment you allow yourself to believe that you have learned enough, grown enough, or achieved enough is precisely the moment you begin a slow, quiet decline. Because success is not a static destination. It is a dynamic, ever-evolving process. It changes with the world, and therefore you must also change and grow. Never, ever cease expanding your horizons. Devour books with hungry curiosity. Ask challenging questions, both of yourself and of others. Actively seek out mentors who can illuminate your path. Courageously challenge your own deeply held beliefs. Push past the comfortable boundaries of what you already know and step boldly into the exciting unknown with quiet confidence. For it is in the unfamiliar terrain that you truly grow. It is in the uncomfortable moments that you become more resilient, more capable, more fully you. Adaptability is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound form of wisdom. To adjust your course does not mean surrendering your core values. It means strengthening your strategy for achieving them. The most powerful individuals are those who possess the grace and skill to pivot their approach without ever losing sight of their fundamental purpose. They move through life like water, possessing the inherent ability to flow around any obstacle while still inevitably reaching their desired destination. Life will not always unfold precisely according to your meticulously crafted plan. Markets will shift unexpectedly. People will change in unforeseen ways. Opportunities will arrive and depart, and those who desperately cling to the old ways of doing things, the comfortably familiar path, or the outdated skill set will inevitably be left behind. But you, because you understand that learning is not a temporary phase but a lifelong way of being, will not be left behind. Learning is the very fuel that powers your continuous evolution. Each new insight you gain, each hard-won lesson learned, each valuable skill you acquire adds to your ever-growing arsenal. It equips you to better navigate the inevitable twists and turns of your unique journey. The key is to approach every single day as a dedicated student, to view every situation, even moments of apparent failure, as a valuable classroom. Ask yourself with genuine curiosity, what is this specific moment here to teach me? What hidden strength can I cultivate from this challenge? What crucial adjustment must I make to my path forward? You must also fiercely protect yourself from the greatest enemy of growth, comfort. Comfort whispers seductive lies, telling you that you are perfectly fine exactly where you are. It tempts you to stop stretching, stop striving, stop seeking. But comfort is not your friend. It is the silent, insidious killer of potential. You are undeniably meant for more. You are meant to learn, to change, to continuously become. And every single time you consciously choose growth over ease, you become more capable, more resilient, and infinitely more powerful. So embrace the journey of learning with open arms. Enroll in the class that challenges you. Read the book that expands your mind. Ask the difficult questions that push you beyond your current understanding. Make the necessary changes even when they feel uncomfortable. Courageously let go of what no longer serves the person you are becoming, and actively make space for what will truly elevate you. Your future belongs not to those who believe they already know it all, but to those who are passionately willing to learn it all. Adapt, grow, rise. Because in learning you lead, in adapting you master your own destiny, and the world will ultimately belong to those who never ever stop becoming more. Passion is the vibrant heartbeat of all lasting success. It is the invisible, fierce fire that fuels your relentless journey forward, the inexhaustible energy source that transforms the seemingly impossible into the wonderfully possible. Without the presence of passion, every task can feel like a crushing burden. Every obstacle can appear utterly immovable, but when passion resides at the very center of your work, it has the power to change absolutely everything. Helen Keller stands as one of history's greatest testaments to this profound truth. Blind and deaf before the age of 2, her world was one of profound silence and impenetrable darkness, and yet she absolutely refused to accept defeat. She did not surrender to the crushing weight of her limitations. Guided by a deep, burning desire to connect with the world, to learn ceaselessly, and to contribute meaningfully, she became an enduring symbol of resilience, courage, and unwavering purpose. Keller did not merely overcome her circumstances, she vibrantly thrived within them. She became a celebrated author, a powerful speaker, and an inspiration to countless millions across the globe. And the indisputable key to her magnificent triumph was passion. Passion for knowledge, passion for communication, passion for uplifting others, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. This same potent force resides within you, right now. You may not face the exact same challenges as Ms. Keller, but you face your own unique set of obstacles. And to move beyond them, to rise above your limitations, to lead your own life, and to build a life brimming with fulfillment, you must discover what truly ignites a powerful fire within your soul. Ask yourself with honest introspection, what makes you feel truly alive? What kind of work could you immerse yourself in for hours on end without even glancing at the clock? What mission? What idea? What pursuit fills you with an overwhelming sense of excitement, profound meaning, and unwavering purpose? That is your passion. That is your calling. And when you finally discover it, your entire world will be transformed. Tasks that once felt dull and tedious suddenly carry a deeper, richer meaning. Long hours dedicated to your purpose no longer exhaust you. They miraculously energize you. Obstacles cease being insurmountable problems and become intriguing puzzles waiting to be solved. You stop desperately chasing external motivation because your powerful purpose pulls you forward from deep within. You become magnetic, singularly focused, vibrantly alive. Passion possesses the alchemical power to turn ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. It grants you the inner strength required to persist relentlessly when others have long since quit. It gives you the quiet courage to take calculated risks, to stand alone when necessary, to chase what others dismiss as unrealistic dreams. But understand this vital truth. Passion is not something you passively stumble upon by accident. It must be actively discovered, diligently cultivated, and consciously chosen repeatedly. Sometimes its voice is loud and clear, a thunderclap of inspiration. Other times it is a subtle whisper that requires quiet attention to discern. You may need to explore new avenues, endure a few failures along the way, and dig deep within yourself to uncover its presence. But once you find it, never ever let it go. Dedicate yourself to it with unwavering commitment. Cultivate it daily. Nurturing its flame, make it the central organizing principle around which you build your life. And when the world inevitably tries to distract you, to pull you in conflicting directions, always return to your passion. Let it be your unwavering compass, guiding you back to your true north. This inner fire is your most potent fuel. Let passion guide your most important decisions. Let it shape your career path, influence your relationships, and define your most meaningful contribution. Let it infuse your work with profound meaning and your days with unadulterated joy. The fundamental truth is this: the most successful people in the world are not necessarily the ones with the most abundant resources. They are the ones with the most intense fire burning inside them. That internal fire allows them to endure what others would instinctively avoid. It pushes them relentlessly forward when logic screams to stop. It makes them quite simply unstoppable. So do not settle for a life less than what you are capable of. Do not numb yourself with comfortable distractions or settle for mediocrity. Find your undeniable passion and pour every ounce of your energy and devotion into pursuing it. Because with passion as your guide, no dream is ever truly out of reach. With passion fueling your efforts, you do not merely survive, you gloriously thrive. You inspire others. You lead with authenticity. You live a life fully, vibrantly, and purposefully. Let your deepest purpose be the magnetic force that perpetually pulls you forward. Let your heart beat strong with the powerful rhythm of something profoundly meaningful. And as you pursue your calling with unshakable passion, the world will inevitably take notice. Not because you desperately sought its approval, but because the sheer light emanating from your passionate pursuit will become utterly impossible to ignore. Your mind is, without question, the most powerful tool you possess in this life. It is far more than a mere container for thoughts. It is an active, potent creator of your reality. What you choose to think about consistently is ultimately what you become. What you focus your precious attention on is what you will inevitably attract into your life. The world you experience on the outside is a direct, undeniable reflection of the world you painstakingly construct on the inside. Norman Vincent Peale understood this profound truth with unwavering clarity. Through his influential work, he championed the transformative concept of positive thinking, not as a naive form of wishful optimism, but as a practical, powerful force capable of fundamentally transforming human lives. His timeless teachings helped countless individuals escape the debilitating trap of self-doubt, paralyzing fear and crushing failure by simply guiding them to shift their internal dialogue from one of defeat to one of boundless possibility. Positive thinking is not a soft or passive philosophy. It is a demanding discipline, a formidable strength, a conscious way of navigating the world with intentionality, courage, and profound resilience. When you actively cultivate a positive mental attitude, you begin slowly but surely to change the very fabric of your reality. Challenges no longer appear as insurmountable roadblocks. They become valuable stepping stones on your path forward. Setbacks are miraculously transformed into crucial, insightful lessons. Failure ceases to be a final, damning judgment and becomes invaluable feedback for refinement. You no longer succumb to the victim's question, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, you ask the empowered question, "What is this situation here to teach me?" This seemingly subtle shift in perspective unleashes immense transformative power. Because thoughts are not passive passengers in your mind, they are active, dynamic forces. They shape your words, influence your decisions, drive your actions, and ultimately determine your results. A mind perpetually soaked in negativity will always find a compelling reason to stop trying. A mind deeply rooted in positivity will always discover a way against all odds to move forward. When you choose to think positively, you align yourself with potential solutions. You tap into the limitless wellspring of creativity, resilience, and faith. You begin to attract people who resonate with your elevated energy. You open doors of opportunity that would have remained firmly shut had your mindset been steeped in doubt and fear. This is not to suggest that life suddenly becomes effortlessly easy. Positive thinking is not about denying the reality of difficult circumstances or ignoring the presence of pain. It is about facing both with unwavering strength and persistent hope. It is the profound ability to look directly into the face of darkness and still resolutely see the light. It is the courage to walk through fire and still believe with every fiber of your being that something greater, something better lies waiting on the other side. You must choose your thoughts with the meticulous care and precision that a master craftsman selects his most valuable tools. Do not for any reason allow fear, debilitating comparison, or corrosive negativity to take up permanent residence in the sacred space of your mind. They have no place in the house where your most cherished dreams reside. Begin each day by deliberately setting your mental tone. Speak powerful affirmations that reinforce your worth. Visualize your desired success unfolding vividly. Surround yourself with inspiring words, uplifting people, and supportive habits that consistently reinforce your unwavering belief in what is truly possible for you. Guard your mind as you would fiercely guard a priceless treasure, because that is exactly what it is. Whenever a negative thought inevitably arises, and it will, do not accept it without immediate challenge. Replace it with a positive alternative. Redirect your focus firmly toward possibility. Reclaim control of your mental landscape. Say to yourself with resolute conviction, "This is not how my story ends." Your inner world is the powerful architect of your outer world. If you genuinely desire a brighter, more fulfilling future, you must begin building it, brick by painstaking brick, within the landscape of your own thoughts. You must see yourself with absolute clarity, as strong, as capable, as worthy, and as abundant, long before the external world begins to reflect that reality back to you. The profound truth is this: the people who have fundamentally changed the course of history are not the ones who were granted an easy path. They are the ones who believed with every fiber of their being that they could, even when no one else believed in them, even when the odds were overwhelmingly stacked against them. You possess that same extraordinary power within you. Use it. Your thoughts are the foundational bricks of your reality. With them, you are constantly building something, a life, a legacy, a future. Build it with unshakable belief. Build it with clear purpose. Build it with unwavering positivity, because the future, the truly extraordinary future, belongs undeniably to those who believe in its possibility. And when you believe deeply enough, with every ounce of your being, the world has no other choice but to rise and meet the power of your magnificent vision. Let your powerful, positive thoughts lead you there. Knowledge alone, no matter how vast or profound, possesses no inherent power to change the course of your life. Dreams, no matter how vivid, inspiring, or beautifully imagined, do not build success solely on their own. What truly separates those who merely fantasize from those who actually achieve is one fundamental, indispensable trait: decisive action. Throughout history, the individuals who have left the most indelible marks on the world were not always the most formally educated or the most naturally gifted, but they were, without exception, bold. They acted courageously when others hesitated, frozen by fear. They moved forward relentlessly, while others paused indefinitely, waiting for perfect conditions that would never arrive. And in that decisive movement, they sculpted their own destinies. Amelia Earhart stands as a shining, undeniable example. She did not merely dream of flight, she literally took flight. In an era when women were actively discouraged from pursuing careers in aviation, she stepped boldly into the cockpit, defying societal barriers and inspiring generations with her courage. She did not wait for the world's approval or permission. She acted, and through her decisive, courageous steps, she carved her name permanently into the annals of history. You, too, hold powerful dreams within you. You possess valuable knowledge and unique talents. But none of it holds any real meaning or power unless and until you move. The world will not, cannot reward you for what you merely plan to do. It will generously reward you for what you actually do. Hesitation is the silent, insidious enemy of all progress. The longer you delay taking action, the more space fear is given to grow and solidify its grip on your mind. Doubt creeps in. Quiet opportunities slip away unnoticed, and crucial momentum is irretrievably lost. The potent antidote to this paralysis: decisiveness. Decisiveness is not synonymous with recklessness. It is clarity and dynamic motion. It means assessing your path with honesty, making a clear, conscious choice, and then moving forward with unwavering commitment, even when conditions are far from perfect. Because the fundamental truth is this: conditions will never be perfectly aligned. Waiting for absolute certainty is a silent killer of dreams. Small steps consistently taken matter immensely. Every single action you take, no matter how seemingly minor or insignificant, is another brick deliberately laid in the powerful foundation of your future. One phone call made, one difficult decision bravely faced, one courageous conversation initiated. These are the individual actions that, accumulated over time, build the magnificent edifice of your success. Make it your non-negotiable habit to act swiftly and decisively on your plans. When you feel a spark of inspiration, move on it immediately. When you recognize a genuine opportunity, seize it with both hands. Let decisiveness become your most trusted ally, the unstoppable force that prevents you from drifting aimlessly and succumbing to costly delays. You are the undeniable author of your own life story, but only decisive action can move the pen across the page. So choose boldly, act swiftly, and trust implicitly that even if you stumble along the way, you are still moving forward. You are still creating the extraordinary life that is uniquely yours to live. Your future is not a place you go to. It is a place you create through consistent, deliberate action. So rise up, reclaim your focus from the noise of others, and center it firmly within your own powerful potential. Understand that your journey is not a race against anyone else, but a sacred, unfolding creation uniquely your own. Believe with every fiber of your being in the quiet strength of your inner voice, the validity of your unique path, and the limitless potential residing within you. Define your vision with breathtaking clarity. Pursue it with unwavering discipline, and embrace the inevitable challenges as fuel for your resilience. Harness the fiery power of your passion, cultivate a mind steeped in possibility, and then, and only then, take bold, consistent, decisive action. For it is in the unwavering belief in yourself, the relentless focus on your own path, the clarity of your vision, the courage of your persistence, the fire of your passion, the power of your positive thought, and the execution of your decisive action that the extraordinary life you were born to live truly begins to unfold. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Your time is now. Step fully into the power of who you are meant to be and start building the legacy that only you can create. Believe, focus, act. Your future self is waiting.